Merry Christmas, Papa! Hi everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be kind of a what did she just do? My hair today is just not really cooperating. It's just really not working out for me, so please just don't mind that. That'd be great. Thank you. So today, while you're watching this, I am currently 14 years old. That's kind of weird. Okay, that's weird. It's an end of an era. I am out of my childhood. I'm now in my teens, basically. I guess 13 is technically a teenager, but like also technically not, because I mean, you're still kind of a child. You're not in high school yet. You're still in middle school. So technically, yes, you're still a child, but you're still technically a teen. So like, it's like 50-50. So basically, I wanted to sit down and talk about life, basically. Talk about my year of being 13. I don't know what I'm doing. So this video is gonna be kind of a mess because I don't really know how I want this to go, but I do know how I want it to go. Like, it's very complicated. So basically, on my computer, I made a long list of 13 things that I learned while being 13. Now, I know some people have done this when they turn 18 or, you know, things like that. And I don't know, I just wanted to do it because I wanted to do a birthday video, but I will be at school on my birthday. So if I did a birthday vlog, that would be pretty boring. So yeah, my room's a mess. I have my algebra book and math notebook up there, so if you get bored, you can just look over there. So yeah, I'm basically just gonna be talking about the things I've learned, the most important things. I've learned a lot, but I feel like I grew a lot in maturity and in knowledge while being 13, so I want to share with y'all. So yeah. I want chapstick, but I don't want to get up and go get it. Okay, so I'm gonna start at 13 because that seems more fun. So number 13, don't let others and what they say affect your mood. This one's a big one for me that I had to learn, I would say at the beginning of 8th grade, because a lot of things were like happening. And I mean, I've learned this a lot over the course of my years, but I feel like when I was 13, I really had to use this knowledge and really, I don't know. What others say about you to you that is negative shouldn't affect you because it's their problem and it's what they're dealing with, not what you have to deal with. And if someone's mean to you and says something crappy to you, it's really all on them. They're the ones that are sad. And I don't know why my voice is so low today. It just is. So I'm sorry if I sound like a man. It just is really low today because I'm super tired. Should I get a blanket so we're like kind of cozy? Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm kind of weird like that. Like, do you know how you feel when like you're sick and you're just super tired and like, that's how I feel, except I'm not sick, so I don't really know what's happening with me. Number 12, I love skateboarding. Now, I never really knew this about myself. I always used to be super scared of skateboarding, and so, okay, I'm just gonna say this now. Some of these are really, really serious and really like wise, and some of these are just things that I learned about myself while being 13. So I love skateboarding because it is so much fun and I love just riding, but I'm also terrified of it, and I really want to learn more, but I'm also too scared to learn more. So do you see my dilemma here? Number 11, I really really like scrunchies and chapstick. Like, love. I have a whole like jar, not even jar, what would you call it, a vase full of scrunchies and a whole drawer full of chapstick. So yes. Number 10, you cannot care what others think of you. So I used to care what like the kids in my class thought of me. I was always scared that they were gonna judge me. It's just not worth it. Like, if you want to be weird, be freaking weird. Number 9, sometimes you will have to sacrifice for others. Now this one is a big one I had to learn with things dealing with difficult people. Like, explain this without being mean. Not everything is always gonna go your way, and obviously I knew that. I never really thought of myself as like needing things to go my way and all. Like, I just didn't need that. But what I'm talking about is when your friend really wants to do something but you don't really want to do it, but it's gonna make them really, really happy. So sacrificing what you want for others will feel better because it's what they really want. So, and like, even though it might not be the ideal thing for you, it's gonna make the other person feel really, really happy, and it is the right thing to do. Okay, number 8. People who gossip hate themselves more than anything. I've learned this over the course of my years of dealing with drama and stuff like that, but I feel like this past month and a half, I've really learned that. Because let's just say some girls like saying some crap about me at school, and I don't appreciate it, but I know that it's not my fault. And a girl said something about me behind my back to another person that was absolutely completely untrue, and that's unfair. But honestly, it has nothing to do with you and who you are. And if it is completely untrue, it usually just means they're how do I put this? They're upset with themselves more than anything. And yeah, these people who gossip hate themselves and can't help but say mean things about other people that are like thriving in life because they are jealous and they hate themselves. It's the same thing with social media, you know, people who say mean things about others, like in their videos or on posts or stories. Like, honestly, they hate themselves more than anything. My mom told me this quote and I really, really like it. People who criticize hold the highest criticism for themselves, which is completely true. Like, they just deep down hate themselves, and like, that's something I really this year had to learn and keep in the back of my mind. I got my cat again. Number 7, bangs. Bangs equal a no-no. Like, just no. I had the worst bang experience ever. They fried and were ruined. They're finally grown out now, but let's just never do that again, sweetheart. Okay, cool. I definitely like my blonde hair better than my being brown, because do you guys remember when I went brown for a day? It literally lasted a day and it was very slight, but I definitely like it. And I did for a couple months. I grew my hair out and just kind of went with my natural color, and it is super dark. Not super dark, but like it's darker than my hair is now. But yeah, and I didn't like it. I like being blonde. Number 5, I am definitely stronger than I thought. This year has been a struggle. I've gotten through so much dealing with friendships, with drama, with school, family life, and so I'm just a lot stronger than I thought. And I think I'm not trying to like brag or be arrogant or anything like that. That's just something that I never really knew, and I always knew I was strong, but like not like strong, you know? And I think sometimes just admitting to yourself that you actually are like, you like this certain trait of yourself is really good to do. Number 4, embracing all the sides of your personality is okay. Like, I love sometimes being really, really girly, but also being like super edgy. Well, sometimes I also love being super lazy, and also at times I love dressing up and being cute. So yeah, I think that's just okay. Like, if you have multiple different personalities, like, you should embrace each and every one of them. And you know, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about that. Okay, number 3, this one's a really important one to me because I think it's something I've really struggled my whole life, but it is okay to be sad. I know this one is kind of an odd one to say, but like, I need to share. So it's really weird to admit to myself, but it's so true that it is okay to be sad sometimes and to be mad and angry. There's such I feel like a stereotype around being sad and how it's bad and you have to fix it or you have to deal with it, and like when you're sad you have to joke about it. Like it's okay. Like if you are not happy, like you don't have to be, no one is forcing you to change that. You can be sad for a bit, or you don't, when you are sad and something crappy happens in your life, you don't automatically have to fix it. You can be bummed for a bit. Being sad sometimes is the only way to get over things. I know that there are so many things that have been happening that I just have to be sad about in order to be happy about them again and deal with them. And I have to cry and really get my emotions out before I can deal with the actual situations that's happening. So if something crappy just happened in your life, be sad. Like you don't have to push it down. And like I've always felt like I needed to be bubbly and happy because that's what my personality is. That's how a lot of people know me, and I couldn't like be sad at school or it wouldn't be me. I don't know. When something crappy happens, you can be sad. You can show that you're sad. If no one sympathizes for you, well, that is their problem because that's just mean. Hello, Earthlings. I look like an alien. It is fine. So I would just like to say that every piece of advice that I'm giving here applies to everything. Everything from a minor crappy thing happening in your life to a really, really big thing that happened in your life. So I just want to make that clear. Anyway, continue. And also, lastly, if you're sad and you actually don't know the reason, that is also okay. Like sometimes I'm just sad and I can't like put my finger on why, and I feel like that's okay. Like you don't need a reason to be sad. You can just be sad, and I think it's really good to admit that to yourself. And I'm not trying to say like you should just stay sad forever and like just not deal with it, but there's a period of time in between something that happens and makes you sad and then dealing with it and so-called fixing it. I feel at least I need to just be sad about it and not deal with it right there in the moment and just be sad. Okay, my camera just died, so I have like no idea where I was and how this was set up, so we're just gonna go from here. Hi again. Okay, number 2. Now I know this is like something that I didn't really want to put in here, but I felt like it was kind of an important one. But accepting my body for what it is. And I am in love with my body. I love it so much. And it wasn't necessarily accepting it in the way that I'm not a skinny little stick like some people, especially the people on social media. Like it wasn't like that. It was more of like accepting how much food I want to eat and accepting that my thighs are big. Like they are no joke, and I love that now. Like I used to not like that when I was in 7th grade. I did not like that, but now they're my favorite part of my body because I feel like they're just so snatched and fight me, stuff like that. It wasn't really necessarily like I don't feel skinny enough or I feel too fat. Like it wasn't like anything like that. It was just more of like accepting my body shape and accepting for what it is, and not saying that I'm like settling for it. Like I am like realize that it's just not that big of a deal to obsess over one's body. And lastly, number 1, taking things personally is dumb. This one, I used to take things so personally. When a girl was mean to me, I took it personally. I thought it was my fault. I thought I was doing something wrong. I thought I was in the wrong. Incorrect. It's not your fault if someone's mean to you. Most of the time, 99% of the time, their deal, something they have to deal with. I spent so long thinking why someone didn't like me was my fault, and it's honestly just theirs. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I know this was kind of like a serious video. I just felt like I really needed to share my journey with all of you little people of mine. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and do not forget, never stop buzzing your buzz. Bye.